Chapter 5 Captive Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, October 26th, 27th, and 28th. Natalie wasn't back for Sunday dinner, nor for dinner the next day, nor the next. No one was pretending anymore. Julie spent half her time at the Carter's house, counseling Joe's mother, and Mrs. Carter spent the rest of her time at the Marlins' house, counseling Julie. Meals arrived on the table at unpredictable hours, either overcooked or almost raw. Joe's little sister, who until now Tim hadn't realized existed, trailed after Mrs. Carter, like a freckled-faced ghost making idiotic suggestions such as, maybe she skated into a ditch and broke her leg, or maybe she knocked herself out and lost her memory. Then she remembered whose skates Nat had been using when she disappeared, and whined, "I will get my rollerblades back, won't I?" Tim could have strangled her, but Mrs. Carter merely said, "Hush, Sarah, don't be so selfish. People are more important than skates," which set both mothers off again. With all the fuss, Tim found himself ignored even more than usual. Mr. Mons had disappeared back into his garage, and had yet to carry out his threat to deal with Tim later. The only reaction Tim got to his earring and haircut was from Sarah, who giggled and told him he looked like a sissy. She was hiding behind her mother's skirt at the time, so Tim had to contend with glowering at her. He saw Jo just once, when she came out with her mother and sister on Monday morning, to say she was sorry for taking Natalie out in the fog. He'd never seen her so pale and quiet. She stared through him, as if he weren't there, and after she'd apologized, she fled straight out of the door, tears streaming down her cheeks. It was an ideal opportunity for the death heads to wreak their revenge on Joe, for making their leader look stupid in front of the whole school. But when Gaz and Mike cornered him in town later that day, Tim kept his mouth shut. "Heard your kid's sister ran away," Gaz said. He rested one foot on the crossbar of his mountain bike and casually balanced against the wall, swinging his other leg. "Give us some tips, then. I like to get rid of mine." Tim wondered if it was supposed to be a joke. Gaz's smirk said not. Before he thought about what he was doing, he'd kicked Gaz's bike out from under him. It fell with a clatter, and Gaz sprawled on top, yelling. Mike rushed forward to help him up, but only succeeded in knocking the bike down again. Before either heads could recover, Tim fled. It was typical. Now he had nothing to go out for. No one seemed to care whether or not he turned up for meals or how late he came in. After a frustrating 10 minutes pacing around his own room, Tim grabbed his jacket and left to make a thorough search of Millennium Green for traces of Nat. Apparently Joe had told the police about an old man who'd scared Nat on Saturday near the recycling bins. The latest theory was that this man had kidnapped her, but so far, no ransom note had arrived, and the police had found no clues as to where she might have gone or been taken. "It's as if she vanished into thin air," Julie told Tim tearfully when they crossed paths in the kitchen on Tuesday. And now the police were dredging the river. No one had told Tim why, but he wasn't stupid. He hated having to be nice to Nat all the time. Hated the way his mother fussed over her, as if she were his real sister. But no matter how infuriating she was sometimes, she didn't deserve to be dead. She couldn't be dead. If she died, it would be his fault.